Welcome to the channel. Let's create a digital or robotic eye effect in Blender. Before we start, make sure that Node Wrangler add-on is enabled. So let's get started. First, let's go to front view and hide the default cube. Then let's add a plane and rotate it 90 degrees on the x-axis. Scale it on z-axis. And move it a little on x-axis in edit mode. Now let's add a mirror modifier and a subdivision modifier to make it look like an eye. We can also add loop cuts to make it rounder. Now let's bring back the cube and scale the eye plane so that it appears like an eye of the cube. Let's go to the side view and bring the plane in front of the cube. We can also add solidify modifier to give some weight. For materials, let's go to the shading view and select the eye. We should create a new material and delete the principal node. Then let's add an emission node and select any desired color and connect it to the material output node. We should change the scene to the render view and increase the strength a little. Now to get the digital line effect on the eye, let's add a texture node and mix shader node. By connecting both, we get the desired effect. However, we want the texture to be horizontal, so we should select the texture node and press Ctrl T. In the mapping node, we should change the rotation on the z-axis to 90 degrees and set the position coordinate in camera space. We can increase the scale to make it look better. We want to make the eyes blue and not the lines, so we can add a transparent shader node and connect the texture to it. Now let's go back to the object view and move the cube and eyes to the new connection. We can set up the light as per our liking. And add bloom and ambient occlusion to the scene. Finally, we should add materials to the remaining objects and play with the bloom and light settings to make the scene looks as per our liking. Now to make the effects for eye, you just need to change the shape of the eye. Select the eye, go to edit mode and front view. Scale down the eye in the Z axis like this. And there you have it, Iron Man eyes. Well, now you can make any kind of expression for the cube. If you want to make it look happy, just select the vertices and move them up. Happy cube. Again, move the vertices down for a sad cube. You can now add keyframes and create an animation. But making changes every time for the animation like this will be daunting. Every time you have to make changes and insert keyframes for that. And again make the changes and place keyframes again. So let's make the task a little bit easier. Select the eye and go to Object Data Properties. In Shape Keys, add a key. Now let's add another key and name it Blink and set the value to 1. Let's go back to edit mode and make the Iron Man eye again. Now if we change the value of blink key, we can Okay, let's get back to object mode. And now if we change the value, we get this. Let's set the value of blink key to 0 so that we can get back to the basic key. Now we can add some expressions for the cube by adding more keys like this. For example, a smile expression, same as before. These key values will help you to make the animation for the eyes a little bit easier. Let's make an angry expression by changing the vertices as per the expression you are going for. Maybe one more. Let's make its eye wide open. Now let's use this key to make a simple animation. Let's go to the beginning frame, set the value of blink key to 1, hover the mouse on value and press I on the keyboard. A keyframe is added. Now move a few frames forward, change the value of blink key a little and again press I key to insert a keyframe. Well, we can already see that it's opening its eyes. Now you can play with the keyframe and add the keyframes for your animation. I want to make it look like the cube just opening its eyes after a sleep, so I'm just playing with the key values and adding the keyframes. Just use different positions and keyframes to create the animation for the robotic eye. Thanks for staying until the end. Stay well, and I will see you in the next one.